Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network. This event has not yet started. Please stay tuned and we will begin broadcasting in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in to the MyTown Sports Network.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Chris Pullum with MyTown TV, and tonight's 16th Region Semifinal pregame show is brought to you by Restoration RX. We've got a good one tonight. The Ashland Kittens against the East Carter Lady Raiders, two teams that have already seen each other once this season. And it was a tight one back on May 2nd at the Tri-State Showcase. Ashland edged East Carter 2-1, so there's not much mystery there. These two know each other, and they know how small the margin can be in a regional semifinal. Ashland comes in hot, 28-6, running a 10-game winning streak, fresh off an 11-2 win over Boyd County in the 64th District Championship, and a 10-0 record, a 10-0 regional win over Bath County yesterday. East Carter, 23-10, 62nd District champions. And they opened the region with an 8-6 win over Raceland. The Lady Raiders can really swing it with a team batting average of 400 with 372 hits, 300 runs scored for the year. This is power versus pressure, depth versus depth. Two outstanding coaches, Scott Ingram for Ashland, Derek Calhoun for East Carter, trying to get their clubs one step closer to a regional title. And we'll have it all for you right here on MyTown TV.
Download our app today.
Whoa, easy on that trigger, partner.
Are you talking to me?
Ranger Rodney here, looking out for your wallet.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Hot doggies, give me that.
What in the Pixar?
You know, Clark's Rewards. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Gets them every time.
Rewards. Got it.
Clark's Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan home at Big Sandy Superstore.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired Heart Care at UK King's Daughters.
Hi, this is Clay from Pollock's Jewelers. So much has changed, especially over the last 30 years. Now the latest craze, lab-grown diamonds. As the only certified gemologist appraiser in the tri-state area, happy to help you. Thanks again for all your support and friendship over the years. We'll see you soon.
And we're back with the Restoration RX pregame show, and of course district and regional coverage for MyTown TV, fueled by Clark's Pump Shop, presented by Big Sandy Superstores, and made possible thanks to Restoration RX. Let's talk about the Lady Raiders, and it all starts with Coach Derek Calhoun. This is a club that can score in a hurry. East Carter has piled up 300 runs, 372 hits, 74 doubles, 30 triples, and is hitting 400 as a team, which is good enough to rank them number 13 overall in the state of Kentucky. They don't just get on base. They put the ball in motion, they run, and they force defenses to make plays. The headliner, Allison Felty, who has been one of the most dangerous hitters in the region. She's batting .515 on the year, 52 hits, 12 doubles, 8 triples, 5 dingers, and 31 RBIs. That is a complete offensive profile. Average, extra base power, and production. In the circle, East Carter has leaned on Katie Ramey and Lakin Nip on the season. Ramey 10-6 with a 2.39 ERA over 111 and a third innings, while Nip is 10-4 with a 3.9 ERA. They don't have to be perfect because this offense can support them, but against Ashland, they'll need to limit the big innings for the Kittens. We'll be right back to talk about those Kittens after this on MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Hey, we're Jim and Joe's Garage, family owned and operated for 3 generations.
We sell cars,
do bodywork and repair.
We've got a full-service mechanic for when your check engine light comes on.
And we have all kinds of great parts and accessories.
Stop by and see us sometime here at Jim and Joe's.
The purpose of Escape the Vape is going to be to try to get the teenagers and the young kids to stop vaping. With the kids, their brains are still forming until they're 25. Parents in the community need to and pay attention if their kids are using it, because there are signs that their kids use it.
Mom, what's for dinner?
When disaster strikes, don't wait. Call Restoration RX. Water, fire, mold, sewage cleanup, handled fast by certified pros. Call Restoration RX 606-694-1096 today. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
When you need insurance, it's nice to know you have a Farm Bureau agent right in your community. Someone who understands your family's needs and lives right down the road. For insurance in Rowan County, call your local agent, Bailey Trent. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
At UK St. Clair Medical Center, your health comes first. From advanced treatments to compassionate personal attention, we're here for every step of your journey. Trusted doctors, modern technology, and a tradition of excellence. The care you need, the caring you deserve. Serving Eastern Kentucky since 1963. UK St. Clair Medical Center.
And we're back with the Restoration RX pregame show. We talked about East Carter before the break. Let's talk about the Ashland Kittens, coached by Scott Ingram. And this is a team playing the best softball at exactly the right time. 28-6 on the season. They've won 10 straight. During that streak, the Kittens have outscored their opponents 103-10. That's not just winning, that's controlling games. Offensively, Ashland brings serious power. As a team, the Kittens are hitting .359 for the season. 44 home runs, which is good enough for 10th in the state. 53 doubles, 16 triples, and 271 RBI. This lineup can beat you with one swing, and they have several players capable of it. It starts with Brooklyn Duckweiler. She's hitting .486 on the season. 54 hits, 13 home runs, 35 RBIs, and 52 runs scored. Jenna Delaney has been one of the most productive players in the region, hitting .432, 12 home runs. 6 triples, 45 RBI, scored 56 times. She is an elite run producer. And Addie Lane might be the biggest key tonight, what she can do inside the circle. She's 17-3 on the year with a 1.66 ERA, 145 strikeouts, and only 28 earned runs allowed. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We should be all set for the Restoration RX first pitch right here on MyTown TV.
Trust is something earned, not given. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
At Primary Plus, we're more than just a healthcare provider. Since 1983, we have been proudly serving communities across northeastern Kentucky, providing state-of-the-art care to the region we call home. With expert clinicians offering personalized care, and we're more than your family doctor. We're your doctor in the family.
Fresh Start Health is now accepting new patients in Moorhead. Walk-ins are welcome for primary care, counseling, hepatitis and STI treatment, psychiatry, and addiction medicine. Book online at freshstarthealth.com or call 606-225-8200. Fresh Start Health, next to Fazoli's, Moorhead.
Pick six for $19.99, a perfect meal for two.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on pick six, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick six meal for two for $19.99.
And we're back for first pitch. First, let's go around the outfield for the Ashland Kittens. In right field, it'll be Abby Lynch, the senior. Center field, Ashley Ingram, and in left, Zoe Smith. Going around the horn, Riley Harmon at first, Addison Wolf at second, Jenna Delaney at short, and Emma Penson at third. Behind the plate, Brooklyn Duckweiler, and in the circle, Addie Lane, who comes into this 17-3 on the season with a 1.66 ERA. The story on Addie Lane, she did pitch last night, and with that said, she does have a tendency to labor a little bit in late innings when she pitches back-to-back. That will be a subplot to watch tonight in this matchup. And for East Carter leading off will be the right fielder, Lakin Nip, who's hitting .481 on the season in 104 at-bats. She's got 50 hits, 17 RBI, 3 doubles, a triple, and a dinger. And here we go as your first pitch brought to you by Restoration RX. Addie Lane delivers first pitch, catches the inside corner for a strike. And we are underway here in this 16th region semifinal. Lane gets her sign from the dugout. That one misses up and out for ball one. Great crowd here tonight. East Carter has really filled the place up. The students have taken over the bleachers. It is standing room only, as you can see. One thing is for sure, MyTown TV did not affect attendance tonight as that line drive from Nip handled by Riley Harmon at first for the first out of the game.
Now batting, number 2, the left fielder, Brinley Walker.
That'll bring up Brinley Walker, the left fielder. Brinley Walker hitting .410 on the year, 117 at bats, 48 hits, and 27 RBI. That one misses inside to Walker. Of course, as we mentioned, back on May 2nd, these two teams played. It was a tightly contested game back in the Tri-State Showcase. The Kittens ended up winning that one at home by a count of 2-1. It was really a pitcher's duel between Addie Lane and Katie Ramey. Both pitchers threw dandies that day, and it was especially Ramey who had her way with the meaty part of the Ashland lineup as Delaney, Duckweiler, and Zoe Smith all went hitless in that one. Here comes the 1-2 delivery from Lane. That one just misses outside. Count goes 2-2. Lane once again checks the dugout for her sign. That one fought off foul. Count will stay 2-2. Behind the plate tonight, in blue, Greg Martin. Your umpire down the first baseline is Bill Renzi. Charlie Graham will work the third base side of the field. 2-2 the count, one away. That one popped up. Harmon is under it, and 2 away here in the top of the first, as Harmon has recorded both outs herself. That'll bring up The aforementioned Allison Felty hitting a scorching .515 on the year, 52 hits in 102 at-bats, 31 RBIs. She has 5 dingers on the season and leads the Lady Raiders in the long ball. Lane misses that one low and in. Lane's trying to get out of this first inning without any damage done. She's retired the first 2 batters, a line out and a pop out. And now Felty steps back in. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Fouled off by Felty. A rowdy crowd here tonight in Grayson. These folks are locked in for some late night softball under the lights. Here's the 1-1. That one just misses outside. 2 balls and a strike to Allison Felty. My good friend Kelly Porter on the PA mic tonight, bringing all the enthusiasm, at least one way. That one hits sharply over the head of Delaney. It'll drop, and East Carter has their first base runner as Allison Felty stays hotter than a $2 pistol. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Shelby Felty. Shelby hitting .449 on the season with 37 RBI, 10 doubles. I think we are trying to collect all the foul balls.
Reminder, fans, anyone that returns a softball to the concession stand gets a free soft serve ice cream.
Not sure if you heard that, but anybody returns a ball to the concession stand gets a free soft serve ice cream. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go stand in foul territory for a little while. I'll be back.
Let's go, 2-3.
First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Allison Felty, your runner on first. Shelby Felty at the plate. Here comes the delivery from Lane. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. As Lane has fooled her twice. Knowing Lane, she'll probably try to catch Felty, chase someone out of the zone here on the 0-2. Big swing and a miss for strike 3, and that one was way out of the zone. So Ashland gives up a hit, but no runs. We're going to the bottom of the inning right after this. You're watching the 16th Region Tournament right here on MyTown TV.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Fresh Start Health is now accepting new patients in Moorhead. Walk-ins are welcome for primary care, counseling, hepatitis and STI treatment, psychiatry, and addiction medicine. Book online at freshstarthealth.com or call 606-225-8200. Fresh Start Health, next to Fazoli's, Moorhead.
When it comes to your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcs.edu.
And it's Katie Ramey who will be in the circle tonight for East Carter. She has a 2.39 ERA on the season. She's pitched 111 and a third innings, and she has a 10-6-1 record on the season. And I guess of note, she was a cat herder the last time these two teams played because she mowed right through the Delaney, Duckweiler, Smith murderer's row for these Ashland Kittens. They didn't get a hit off of her the last time these two teams faced back on May 2nd. Here comes the first pitch from Ramey. Duckweiler hits that one high. That one is gone. First pitch, dinger. Duckweiler rounds the bases, and that one fooled me. I don't mind admitting. I thought that was going to hold up just from watching shots in the last game, but Duckweiler takes one to left center to start the game, and Ashland on the board, 1-0. For Duckweiler, that's her 14th home run of the season. She came into this one ranked 8th in the state in home runs with 13. Right behind her, Jenna Delaney with 12. And now Delaney steps in against Ramey. That one misses up and out for ball one. So for Ramey, you gave up a home run on your first pitch. Time to settle down, lock back in. That one misses up and out for ball two. And you really do need to be careful how you pitch Jenna Delaney. She has been really towards the back third of the season. It's been Delaney who has been the more consistent long ball hitter between her and Duckweiler. Although it's hard to say that either one of them can't go yard at any point. Delaney had a slump, about a 3-game slump, to where she just wasn't getting good contact, and then came out of that by hitting back-to-back home runs in 2 games in a row, and she's been on fire ever since. 3-0 the count to Delaney. That one right down Main Street for strike one. Delaney with a green light on a 3-1. You still have to be careful how you pitch her here. And she looks at ball 4, up and out of the zone. So Ashland's first 2 batters, one a homer, the second reaches on a walk, and that'll bring up Zoe Smith, who hit a grand slam in the 64th District Championship game. And her numbers a bit off this season, only because she missed a few games in the middle of the year with a broken foot. And she looks at strike one on the inside corner. But Smith hitting .372 on the year, 7 home runs. She fouls that one off. Now Smith way behind in the count, 0-2. Got the pitcher Addie Lane on deck for the Kittens. Delaney, your runner on first. Nobody out here. Bottom of the first inning. Snap throw down to first, not in time. Good idea. And with that, Zoe Smith looked at ball one. Count 1-2 now to Smith. It was Delaney who hit the first pitch of Ashland's at-bat over the left center fence for a home run. In case you're just now joining us. Here's the 1-2. Fought off by Smith. As I mentioned, Katie Ramey had an excellent game against these Kittens last time they faced. And don't think that game hasn't stuck in the minds of those first 3 batters for Ashland who really didn't do a thing against Ramey the last time. I think they were 0 of 9 in the game as Delaney steals second. The count goes to 2-2 at the plate. And now with a runner in scoring position, Smith has the chance to pick up another RBI here on a single. She has 39 under her belt already. That one hit hard to nip in right field. She'll make the catch. Delaney will advance to third. So with one out, Smith does a job, moves the runner to third. And now Addie Lane, the pitcher, will step in. Lane hitting right at 350 on the season, 100 at-bats, 35 hits, 29 RBI. She has 7 doubles on the year, 3 home runs. It has struck out 33 times, second highest on this Kitten team. Slow roller to short, handled by Felty, over to Felty, 2 away, but the run scores. So Delaney reaches home. Lane picks up the RBI. And now 2 away here for the 8th grader, Paige Harmon. Harmon homered last night in Ashland's win over Bath County on the season. Harmon hitting .404 with 8 home runs. Not bad for an 8th grader. Here's the 0-1. That one misses up and out. Count goes to 1-1 on Harmon. Base is clear. Harmon looks at ball 2 upstairs. Ramey can just focus on the plate now, as she's trying to battle back and get out of this inning with no more damage. Here's the 2-1. That one catches the inside tape. Count goes to 2-2 on Harmon. Ramey looks in the dugout, gets her sign. Here's the delivery. That one hit into left center, and it was the shortstop Felty who backtracked to make the out. And that will do it for the Kittens, but not before they push 2 across. It's 2-0 Ashland as we move to the 2nd inning. You're watching the 64th District Tournament on MyTown TV.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
When you're stressed, you come get a massage, it just melts it away. I started having major muscle spasms, and the pain was so excruciating, I couldn't move my left arm. I was wondering how I was going to support my family. From the get-go, they made me feel important, that I wasn't just another patient. I knew immediately when I woke up after surgery, I was free of pain. My future looked a little brighter.
Inspired neurosurgical care at UK King's Daughters.
And we're back to start the 2nd inning. Too bad we don't have a camera here in the press box. Jeff, our cameraman, doing the electric slide during the break. I didn't know he had moves like that. He's good. He is good. Lane, first pitch, a strike to the catcher, Sydney Yates. Lane checks the dugout for her sign. Yates hitting .349 on the year. That delivery just misses the outside tape. Count goes to 1-1 on the East Carter junior catcher. Check that 8th grade catcher. Kelly Porter will not let me make a mistake with this East Carter team up here. Of course, his daughter plays for these Lady Raiders. 2 balls and a strike now, the count to Yates. Yates with a big swing and miss. Count goes to 2-2. Kelly's daughter, Kaylee, a rangy first baseman, has blossomed up to 6 feet tall. Of course, her cousin Colin Porter, you may remember him. That check swing was enough for strike 3, and Addie Lane gets her second strikeout of the game. Colin Porter, who, of course, played at Elliott County until his 8th grade year, transferred to Ashland. Won 3 16th region basketball championships before going to Liberty and only starting every game of his college career. That one misses up and out to Emily Biddle. Biddle hitting .301 on the season. The second baseman has 26 hits, 19 RBI on the year. 1-1 now the count to Biddle. Lane checks her cheat sheet. Here's the delivery. That went inside, nearly got Biddle. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2 on the East Carter second baseman. Peyton Rogers, the third baseman, on deck for the Lady Raiders. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Addie Lane records her third strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Peyton Rogers. Rogers, just an 8th grader, folks. Hitting .419 on the year, 93 at-bats, 39 hits, 23 RBIs. She has 4 home runs, this 8th grader. And she was swinging for the fence on that one. Rogers now behind in the count, 0-1. Turns to bunt, fouls it back, and out of play. Jeff, you could have had a soft serve ice cream cone there. Need to see more effort out of you. That was in your range. Didn't bring your glove today, that's right. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Ashland out of the inning after Addie Lane records her 4th strikeout of the game. It's 2-0 Ashland. We're going to the bottom of the second. We'll be back after this on MyTown TV.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Fresh Start Health is now accepting new patients in Moorhead. Walk-ins are welcome for primary care, counseling, hepatitis and STI treatment, psychiatry, and addiction medicine. Book online at freshstarthealth.com or call 606-225-8200. Fresh Start Health, next to Fazoli's, Moorhead.
When it comes to your future, don't just swing. Knock it out of the park and apply to Ashland Community and Technical College. With hands-on training and career-focused programs, step up to the plate. Apply today at ashland.kctcs.edu.
The senior Emma Penson steps in for her first look at Katie Ramey tonight. Penson on the season, .350 with 3 home runs, 29 RBI on the year. Here's the first pitch from Ramey. fouled off. There's another soft serve ice cream cone. That should be a policy 16th region wide. There should be a reward for bringing a softball back. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off by Pinson. Now she's in trouble. Down 0-2 in the count. Pinson needs to protect the plate here. Down 0-2. Ramey likely going to try to make her chase one here. Nope, right down the middle, popped up. Center field, a charge and coming on. Can't get there as Boggs was playing deep in center and just could not close the ground on that little Texas leaguer from Pinson. And Ashland with the first batter on board with a single. That'll bring up the center fielder, Ashley Ingram. The senior hitting .308 on the year. There's her brother Zane Ingram the other night against Raceland at the 16th Region Boys Tournament. Ripped into left field. Ingram on board with a single. So Ashland with the first two batters on board here in the second inning. That'll bring up Addison Wolf, the shortstop. Check that second baseman. What I was saying, Zane Ingram, Ashley's brother, had a 2-run homer to put the game on ice against Raceland yesterday. So Ashland advances to the semifinals on the boys' side as Wolf looks at ball one that really could have gone either way. Wolf only started picking up a bat towards the back half of this season when Riley Harmon picked up a hand injury. Wolf hits that one towards center, handled by Boggs. Pinson feigns the run but retreats one away here. But one thing Wolf has done a good job of at the plate is putting the ball in play and making defenses make plays. And that will bring up Abby Lynch, the right fielder, another senior in this lineup. Lynch on the season hitting .289. Looks at ball one. Top of the lineup awaits for Katie Ramey. As Brooklyn Duckweiler, who has seen one pitch tonight and parked it over the fence. Lynch hits that one towards Boggs in center. She'll make the catch. Pinson again, not known for her blistering speed at second, will hold. And now Ashland will have a chance here with the top of the lineup coming up and 2 away to add to their 2-1 lead as Duckweiler steps in. And this is the thing with Ashland. You kind of have to pitch to Duckweiler because you've got Delaney in the on-deck circle. First pitch down and away for ball one. Pinson the runner on second. Ingram on first. Duckweiler at the plate. Katie Ramey trying to get out of this inning without any damage. That one misses up and out for ball two. Ramey checks the dugout for her sign. Here comes the 2-0. Duckweiler slaps that one. It'll drop in fair territory. Rolls away from Nip. Pinson will score. Ingram on to third. Duckweiler to second. Ashland now with a 3-0 lead. And with first base open, You wonder if they'll pitch to her here or put her on. Of course, you put her on, and it'll be Zoe Smith, who hit a grand slam 2 at-bats ago. That was against Boyd County in the 64th District Championship. They're going to pitch to Delaney. Delaney hits one dead center. It's deep, and it is gone into the Grayson Knight. Jenna Delaney with a 3-run smash. Puts the Kittens up 6-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. So Delaney clears the bases. Everything going Ashland's way here early. As I mentioned, last time these two teams played, Katie Ramey did a fantastic job against the top of this lineup, better than really anyone has this season. And I can guarantee you, Duckweiler and Delaney did not forget about that day. And now it's Zoe Smith who will step in. So Ramey stays in the circle. The most obvious replacement for her is Lakin Nip in right field. Now the left fielder, Zoe Smith, steps in. Smith also a member of that Ashland Kittens 16th Region Basketball Championship team, along with Duckweiler and Delaney and Addison Wolf. Here's the 0-1. Changeup, perfect pitch. As she puts Smith in a rocking chair on that one. Count now 0-2 to the Ashland sophomore left fielder. Smith giving it a ride, dead center. Boggs is back but can't get to it. Zoe Smith make it back-to-back jacks for Smith and Delaney. And Ashland out to a 7-0 lead early in this one. Everything going the Kittens' direction here in the second inning as they have pushed 5 across. And that will do it for now for Ramey. It is the Restoration RX trip to the bullpen, and we're going to take a break. You're watching 16th Region Softball on MyTown TV.
When disaster strikes, don't wait. Call Restoration RX Water, Fire, Mold, Sewage Cleanup, handled fast by certified pros. Call Restoration RX 606-694-1096 today. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
So we'll be Lakin Nip, who will come on for Katie Ramey. Nip with a 3.19 ERA on the season, has pitched in 74 2/3 innings, given up 83 hits, 54 runs. Of those, 34 earned. She struck out 42. She has a 10-4 record on the season. And we are about to get back underway with 2 away here in the top of the second. It's Addie Lane, the pitcher. And Lane grounded out to short in her last at-bat. It was a slow roller that Allison Felty had to hustle to make the play. And she looks at ball one. That one catches the inside corner for strike one. 1-1 now, the count to Lane. Here's a delivery from Nip. Lane rips it to the third baseman, Rogers, who makes the play over to first, and that will do it for the Kittens. But not before they push 5 more across. It is Ashland 7, East Carter nothing. As we move to the top of the third, you're watching the 16th Region Tournament here on MyTown TV. We're going to go to
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most: our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
When you're stressed, you come get a massage, it just melts it away. I started having major muscle spasms, and the pain was so excruciating, I couldn't move my left arm. I was wondering how I was going to support my family. From the get-go, they made me feel important, that I wasn't just another patient. I knew immediately when I woke up after surgery, I was free of pain. My future looked a little brighter.
Inspired neurosurgical care at UK King's Daughters.
back to start the third inning. It will be Addison Carroll who will lead things off for the Lady Raiders, the designated player, getting her first look at Addie Lane tonight, who has been sharp. 5 strikeouts on the night already for Lane. Check that, 4 strikeouts for Lane. And she looks at ball 1. Ashland has approached these first 2 innings like they've had something to prove. They've been swinging the bats and driving in runs, and that one catches Carroll. So East Carter gets a base runner on to start the inning. Now to bring up the center fielder, Abby Boggs. Boggs on the season, hitting .333 with 26 hits, 14 RBIs. So she'll step up against Lane. And I'm sorry, our cameraman took off for a minute. We lost him. He heard about the announcement about the soft serve ice cream, and they sent us a picture of him down in the concession stand. If we'll take a look at it right after this pitch. The concession stand sent us a picture. He showed up down at the concession stand. I don't know how he got all those softballs, but I hope they understand he's trying to game the system. I'll keep working the camera until he gets back up. Here comes the 0-1. And that one misses inside for ball 2. They're only going to give him 1, Grant. They're not going to give him 15 ice cream cones. Here comes the 2-0 from Lane. That one misses downstairs as Lane all of a sudden starting to struggle with her control. And we wondered how she would respond pitching back-to-back nights. She made quick work with the first and second inning. Now leads off the third, hitting a batter, and now walks the next one on 4 straight pitches. And that will introduce the top of the lineup for East Carter. Lakin Nip lined out to Riley Boggs in her last at-bat. And Coach Scotty Ingram wants to have a word with his infield and pitcher. This mound visit brought to you by Restoration RX. And as always, Our regional coverage fueled by Clark's Pump and Shop, presented by Big Sandy Superstores, and made possible thanks to our friends at Restoration RX. Addie Lane on the season is 29th in KHSAA in ERA with 1.73. It's actually lower than that going into this one at 1.66. And her 17 wins rather, good enough for 20th place in KHSAA. So after the visit from Scotty Ingram to settle down as pitcher, it'll be the leadoff hitter, Lakin Nip, who will step in with 2 on, nobody out, and a chance to do some damage here. Nip slaps 1 foul. So we mentioned Nip lined out to the first baseman in her first at-bat, but she's hitting .481 on the season. A home run, 3 doubles, and a triple. And has collected 17 RBI on the year. Bunt, Penson gets there over to first, in time, 1 away, but both runners advance. Good piece of small ball there and a professional at-bat for Lakin Nip as she moves the runners. So now Brinley Walker steps in with runners on second and third. Walker popped up to first in her last at-bat, hitting .410 on the season. The junior has 27 RBI, 9 doubles on the year, and 5 triples. Has yet to hit a home run this season, but the power is definitely there. Here's the 1-0 from Lane. Strike right down Main Street. 1-1 now the count.
Let's go, baby. Let's hit.
That one catches the inside tape for strike 2. Now Lane ahead in the count, but barely. Carroll, your runner on third. Boggs on second, 1 away. A punch out here for Lane really changes the dynamics of this inning. Ashland looks content to concede a run on a ground ball as the middle infield is playing back. One and two now. The count to Walker.
Let's go, B.
Here's the delivery. That one misses just inside. Count goes to 2-2. Good eye from Walker. Good bat discipline. Carroll on third after being hit by a pitch to lead off the inning. That one popped up. Boggs was then walked in the next at-bat. Nip bunted the runners over, and here we are with Walker 2-2. Here's the delivery. That pitch was out of the zone, and Walker couldn't hold up, ended up fouling it off. Count will remain 2-2 to Brinley Walker. A single could quite possibly score 2 here for East Carter, and they need it. That one hit to Delaney. Fires at home. Runner now in a rundown with Duckweiler. Duckweiler puts the tag on. And Ashland with a heads-up play from Delaney as she had looked to first at the last second, delivered the throw home to Duckweiler. And Duckweiler used her pace to run down the runner, Carroll, for the putout. And there are 2 away here Ashland trying to get out of this one without any damage done, but unfortunately for them, they're facing up against Allison Felty, hitting a whopping .515 on the season. Felty singled in her first at-bat. She looks at a strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike two. That was a clear the bases swing from Felty. Lane now gets her sign from the dugout. Checks the wristband. And here comes the 1-2 delivery. Felty looks at one right on the inside corner, which was off the plate. Count goes to 2-2. Boggs the runner on second. Walker on first. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Lane with another strikeout to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the third. It's Ashland 7, East Carter nothing. We'll be right back after this on MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Hey, we're Jim and Joe's Garage. Family owned and operated for 3 generations.
We sell cars,
do bodywork and repair.
We've got a full-service mechanic for when your check engine light comes on.
And we have all kinds of great parts and accessories.
Stop by and see us sometime here at Jim and Joe's.
So Paige Harmon stepping in for Ashland, the 8th grader. Harmon in her last at-bat popped out to the shortstop, Allison Felty. Nip starts her off with a changeup, trying to pitch backwards to Harmon. Misses that one out of the zone. Emma Penson on deck for the Kittens. Here comes the 1-0. That went up and out for ball 2. Nip checks her wristband, delivers the 2-0, also up and away. So East Carter in danger of losing Paige Harmon to a base on balls, and Nip has to battle back here against a very dangerous hitter at the plate. 3-0, up and away, Harmon on with a walk. And that will bring up Emma Penson. Penson singled in her last at-bat. That was to lead off that big second inning. So the senior steps in. Penson actually was the only Kitten that had a good game against East Carter last time. She had 2 hits and an RBI. Penson lays off that one. Snap throw down to first, not in time as Harmon gets back on her belly. What was that pitch? I forgot. Ball or strike? Yep. Strike one to Penson. Count goes to 1-1 as that one missed up and out. Harmon, your runner on first. Reached on 4 straight balls. Now Penson, who singled back in the second to lead off that huge 5-run inning. Looks at ball 2 inside, just below the knees. Ashley Ingram on deck for Ashland. Ashland with 3 home runs already in this one. The usual suspects, Duckweiler, Delaney, and Zoe Smith. And that pitch was way off the plate on the inside, but called a strike, and Scott Ingram not happy about it. Hey, they're not going to get them all right. 2-2 now the count. Kelly Porter telling me that was a great call. I don't know what I'm talking about. Smith smacks that one to short. Lead runner goes down, but Penson legs it out at first. So Harmon retired at second. Penson replaces her, 1 away. That'll bring up Ashley Ingram, who also singled in the second inning. Dip gets her sign, steps on the rubber. Here comes the delivery. Well, Yates is determined to catch somebody sleeping at first base. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Ingram. Count goes to 1-1. Good looking pitch from Nip. Here comes the 1-1. Changeup just misses. Two balls and a strike. Maybe that was the makeup for that strike call on Penson. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Ingram. Swing and a miss from Ingram. Count goes to 2-2. You should be a homer here, Kelly. Because I remember wasn't that long ago you were a homer for Ashland. Here's the 2-2. Ingram. Hard hit the center, bogs under it. Count goes to 2 outs. So 2 away with Addison Wolf stepping up. As East Carter trying to get out of this one for the first time without any damage. Here's the 1-0 from Nip. Wolf hits that one off the handle. Will it drop? No. That one handled by Goebel, and that will do it for Ashland. Going into the fourth, it's Ashland 7, East Carter nothing. We'll be right back on MyTown TV.
They say products aren't built to last and that they just don't make things like they used to. Since 1953, Big Sandy's been serving our customers quality and reliability at a great price. And that's why we're proud to carry Speed Queen, quality washers and dryers built here in America with commercial-grade metal parts and backed by industry-leading warranties. Get the guaranteed lowest price and fast delivery on all Speed Queen appliances at Big Sandy's Superstore.
Being able to spend time with patients is really what does make the biggest difference.
My goal is to get you as well as I can so that you don't need a doctor as often.
With expert clinicians offering personalized care in pediatrics, mental health, pharmacy, dental, and so much more. We're more than your family doctor. We're your doctor in the family.
You know, I can't say enough about this East Carter student section that showed out tonight for their softball team. They haven't sat down this entire game, and that's says something because East Carter's had some tough innings in the field as they've given up 7 runs to Ashland, but the enthusiasm and spirit has not left their fan base at all. And sometimes, folks, that's what a team needs to come back when they find themselves in a hole. They're looking for some inspiration, and it might be in the stands. As the first baseman, Shelby Felty, steps in. Felty struck out in her first look at Addison Lane tonight. Addison with 6 strikeouts in the game so far. I don't mean to be so formal with Addison. I'll just call her Addie like everybody else. First pitch misses. That one too. And you know, Addie Lane's strength all season has been when she's been able to get ahead of batters early. And you start out last inning, walking the leadoff hitter right now. She's missed 2 badly out of the zone. That's got to be a little concerning if you're Coach Scott Ingram. That one popped up to center. Ashley Ingram chased it. Wolf couldn't come up with it. And for the second inning in a row, the Lady Raiders have their leadoff man on board. As that Texas leaguer just dropped right in the spot that it needed to. And that'll bring up Sydney Yates, the catcher. Yates struck out in her last at-bat. Here comes the 1-0 from Lane. That one misses outside too. Lane takes a peek into the dugout, checks her wristband, and now delivers the 2-0. That was a strike right down Main Street. Here comes the 2-1 from Lane. That one fouled off. Count goes to 2-2 now. Three and two now, the count. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Lane. Misses out of the zone, and once again, Lane starts off the inning with 2 runners on, nobody out. And that'll bring up Emily Biddle. She struck out in her last at-bat against Lane. Brooklyn Duckweiler out from behind the plate to move around her chess pieces in the infield. Both Delaney and Wolf playing at double play depth now. As you wonder if the wear of pitching back-to-back is starting to catch up with Addie Lane. First pitch, a strike to Biddle. Kelly Porter just said every time I say that, Lane throws a strike, so you wonder if pitching back-to-back is starting to catch up with Biddle. Oh, 2 now the count to the East Carter second baseman. That one misses up and out for ball 1. Of course, if Ashland should hang on and win this one, you wonder who's going to pitch tomorrow. Probably Joni Holstaff. You might see everybody. That one misses up and out. Might see some Paige Harmon, some Ashley Ingram, some Riley Harmon. Riley Harmon, who's really hasn't been shut down from pitching, but she broke the pinky finger on her throwing hand a few weeks ago on a play at first and hasn't pitched since, although she has been warming up as Lane records another strikeout against Biddle. 1 away here. And that'll bring up Peyton Rogers. Peyton Rogers will step in for the second time tonight. The 8th grader struck out in her last at-bat against Lane. She took some big cuts in that at-bat. That one misses low for ball 1. Rogers, the 8th graders, I mentioned before, 4 home runs on the season. East Carter could use a 5th right now. That one misses inside for ball 2. So Rogers now way ahead against Lane. She can be a little choosy at the plate. That one hit hard into left field. Zoe Smith runs on, gets under it, makes the catch, 2 away. And that'll bring up Addie Carroll, who was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. Ended up getting stranded on 3rd. Lane settles. Time called by the home plate umpire. He wants to have a word with Bill Renzi. And I hope it's not what I feared all night. And it isn't. There are storms all around us. And of course the rule is this game gets shut down for a finite amount of time if a lightning strike is witnessed by any member of this umpire crew, as the first one misses up in the zone. So far, no one's seen lightning anywhere. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Two away here. Top of the fourth, Lane with the delivery. That one nearly caught Carroll again as she tried to wear it. Don't blame her. She didn't lean into it, but she didn't jump out of the way. And as far as I'm concerned, that's just good softball. Here comes the 2-1. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Two away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on. And Addie Lane with another strikeout to end the inning, in the top of the inning, rather. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. It's Ashland 7, East Carter nothing. We'll be right back after this on MyTown TV.
It's never been easier to replace your kitchen appliances with the ultimate kitchen bundle at Big Sandy Superstore. What's a kitchen bundle? Choose your fridge, choose your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Need a French door fridge? Done. Wall oven and cooktop? You got it. When you bundle, you save hundreds. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here. You gonna put in them rewards? Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
Water, mold, fire, sewage cleanup handled fast by certified pros. When disaster strikes, don't wait. Call Restoration RX 606 694 1096 today. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Back for the bottom of the fourth. Due up for Ashland. It's Abby Lynch, the 9-hitter. She flew out to center in her first at-bat of the game. Lynch looks at ball one outside. That was close. Lynch has had some very timely hits for these kittens this year as she steps in. Count goes to 1-1. I believe the first pitch was a strike. That pitch was up and in. Regardless, it's 1-1. Lynch slaps that one down the right field line, and Goebel tried to make the play, but just couldn't get there. Great effort from Jenna Goebel in right field, who came on to replace Lakin Nip, who is in the circle, who came on for Katie Ramey after Ashland just figured her out early in this one. Nip's come on to sort of settle things down here. Here's the 1-2, up and out, 2-2. Fouled off by Lynch. Count remains 2-2 to the Ashland senior. Facing off against the East Carter senior. That one slapped towards short. Felty has it over to first in time. Great stretch from the first baseman, Shelby Felty. And there's one away here. In the bottom of the fourth, that'll bring up Brooklyn Duckweiler. Duckweiler has doubled and hit a home run in her first at-bat. That one hit right to the third baseman. Knocks it down over to first in time. So the Lady Raiders tightening up their defense here. That'll bring up Jenna Delaney. She's homered and walked tonight. Scored twice. Delaney last night aggravated her right hip, a problem she first encountered back in basketball season that kept her out of the lineup for about 6 weeks for the Ashland Kittens. Of course, when we saw her go down, everyone thought the worst last night, but here she is again in the lineup. Picked up an offer from Marshall University this week. She looks at ball one. Count goes to 1-1. Where's Lakin going? There we go. Lakin Nip's going to stay right here in Grayson. She's going to play for KCU. And so is Shelby Felty. That one misses up in the zone. Count goes to 2-1. One thing I've noticed, especially on the girls' side, 16th region sends a lot of athletes to the next level. And you look at both of these teams, you look at Brooklyn Duckweiler will play at the next level, whether it's going to be basketball or softball. That's going to be up to her. Count goes to 2-2 on Delaney. Delaney has picked softball as her sport. That's what she wants to play at the next level. That one up the middle, handled by Biddle over to first, but not in time as the quick-footed Jenna Delaney beats out the throw to first. So Ashland has a 2-out single to start what they hope is a rally here in the fourth. And that'll bring up Zoe Smith, who flew out to right and homered. Smith hits that one past the diving Felty. So she'll reach on a ball that was just too hot to handle. We'll give her a single on that one. So now Addie Lane steps up with 2 aboard and a chance to help her own cause here. As you would think with Delaney's speed at second, a seeing eye single would probably drive her home. That one misses away. Yates has to make a play to save the runners from advancing. Been very impressed with Sydney Yates behind the plate for East Carter. She does a great job of managing her pitchers, and defensively she is solid. Also brave enough to snap that throw down to first to catch a runner sleeping. 2-0 now the count to Addie Lane. Slow roller handled by the third baseman Rogers over to first in time, and that'll do it for Ashland. They threatened but couldn't score in that inning, but they're still ahead 7-0 as we move on to the fifth. You're watching the 16th Region Tournament on MyTown TV. We'll be right back. We're back here to start the fifth. It is Ashland 7, East Carter nothing, and for the Lady Raiders, it will be Abby Boggs, the center fielder, leading things off. Boggs, one of these 3 Lady Raiders that are staying home to play for Kentucky Christian University next year. So Boggs steps in against Lane. Boggs reached on a base on balls in her only time facing Lane this evening. Was back in the 3rd inning. And Lane starts her off with a strike. Something she has struggled to do here in the last couple of innings. Here comes the 0-1 from Lane. Popped up. Duckweiler looks at it. Can't get it. Jeff Moore now just has 1 foot hanging on to the window as he tried to dive out the window to get after that foul ball. And Grant, thanks for helping him back in. Swing and a miss. Duckweiler dropped the ball but makes the play at first. So there's 1 away here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting number 21, the right fielder, Lakin Nip.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Lakin Nip will get her 3rd look at Addie Lane tonight. She lined out the first in her first at-bat, grounded out to Penson in her second at-bat in the 3rd, and here she is in the 5th trying to get something going for the Lady Raiders. That one misses inside. Now Nip wants to have, well, actually just dropping off a piece of equipment. A ball and no strikes, the count to Lakin Nip. That changeup misses high for ball 1. 1-1 now. Sure enough, the East Carter student section still on their feet. We'll check him out after this pitch. That one fouled off. There you can see him. Want to give those kids credit. That's how we're putting them on camera. They've been standing for this entire game. Tremendous, tremendous enthusiasm from these East Carter kids. (2-1) from Lane. That one hit towards Zoe Smith, who is the right place at the right time, makes the out, 2 away. And that'll bring up Brinley Walker, the left fielder. She singled in her last at-bat. Flew out back in the 1st inning. So Lane misses that one up in the zone for ball 1. Walker digs back in. Here comes the delivery from Lane. And that one misses the inside tape. Ball 2. 2 out here, top of the 5th. Ashland with a big 1st and 2nd inning and have settled down since then. It's Lakin Nip who came on in relief of Ramey, and that's sort of been the difference here, is that one misses outside for ball 3. And with the always dangerous Allison Felty on deck, Lane really needs to battle back here and try to get the out at the plate. Here's the 3-0. to strike right on the inside. Walker will be a hitter on this pitch rather than a bystander. Here comes the 3-1 from Lane. That one hit towards Delaney at short, makes the play over to first, and that will do it for East Carter. We're moving on to the bottom of the fifth. It's Ashland 7, East Carter nothing. We'll be right back on MyTown TV.
Your home protects your family. We protect your home. Restoration RX tackles water, fire, mold, sewage cleanup. Available 24/7 in the tri-state. Restoration RX. Call 606-694-1096 today. Peace of mind starts here.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here. You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards?
Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
At Big Sandy Superstore, we support factories and workers right here in the USA. We're always looking for American-made brands that are built to last and made to matter. Because American-made means jobs and opportunities in our communities. You'll get big savings on American-made brands when you shop right here and can feel good knowing you're supporting your neighbors, friends, and family. Built here, sold here. Big Sandy Superstore.
It'll be Paige Harmon, the designated player, coming up for the Kittens here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Harmon flew out to short in her first at-bat and was forced out at second back in the fourth inning after reaching on a base on balls. And she will face off against Lakin Nip, who has Lakin Nip has really settled things down for East Carter after she came on for Ramey. Here's the 1-0 to Harmon. Pops that one up. Felty retreats, makes the grab, one away. And that'll bring up Emma Penson. Penson has a couple singles tonight. Nip gets her sign from the dugout. That one misses away for ball one to the Ashland senior third baseman. Here comes the 1-0 from Nip. Penson hits that one in the air and hits the base of the fence in right field. Penson trying to stretch it to two. She's in trouble now. Back to second. The ball gets past the second baseman into left field, so Penson will reach after a mistake in the field from East Carter as they had Penson pinned up. And let her off the hook now. Penson on second with one out, and Ashley Ingram coming up to the plate. Penson has been hot tonight. 3 at-bats, 3 singles. Now Ingram, who singled back in the second, flew out to center in the fourth. Has a chance to collect an RBI now with Penson on second. Scott Ingram has yet to unleash Penson's blistering speed at second. So, in fact, he's going to wait another day as Penson comes off. Haley Walters will come on as a pinch runner for Penson.
Courtesy runner, number 4, Haley Walters.
And Ingram steps in. Walters definitely has the pace to score from second on a single. Ingram shot the center. Boggs is under it, makes the catch. Walters chooses not to test the arm of the East Carter center fielder, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. Now Addison Wolf will step in. Wolf has made good contact tonight for Ashland, but has yet to record a base hit. That one gets past Yates. Snap throw over to third. Handled by Rogers as the throw was offline. Now Yates is going to have to walk it off as she took a bad hop behind the plate. So a real chance here for Wolf with the runner on third. Abby Lynch on deck for the Kittens should Wolf reach. Two and 0 now the count to Wolf. I'll be honest, I thought that one caught the bottom of the zone. Wolf hits one up the middle. It'll get past Biddle at second. So Wolf with a 2-out RBI single. And that'll bring up Abby Lynch, the right fielder. As Ashland extends their lead to 8-0. And Lynch at the plate. In theory, could end it with one swing. On deck for Ashland is Brooklyn Duckweiler should Lynch happen to reach. Lynch lays off a pitch up and out of the zone. Count goes to 2-0. If you're Nip, you do not want to lose Lynch right now. Serious danger time if you put Lynch on. Lynch pops one up. And it drops. And that will move the runner over to third base. It looked like there was some miscommunication between Biddle and Goebel. Goebel had a lot of ground to cover to get there. So now Brooklyn Duckweiler steps up with a chance to put this game away. Kelly, I missed the courtesy runner. Who is that? Avery Cottle coming on to pinch run for Lynch. Duckweiler looks at a ball low. Addison Wolf, the runner on third. Cottle, the runner on first. 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 from Nip to Duckweiler. Hit foul down the third base line. Count goes to 1-1 on the Ashland catcher. Duckweiler got Ashland started tonight. First pitch she saw from Ramey was a solo shot over the fence in right center. And Nip with a chance to extend this game and give East Carter a puncher's chance in the 6th if she can record the out here against Duckweiler. Duckweiler looks at ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 from Lake and Nip. Duckweiler hits it past the third baseman. That's enough to get Wolf home. Now Ashland has 2 on for Jenna Delaney and 2 away. They just need 1 to lock this game down. Jenna Delaney already has a homer in this game. She's scored twice. And with Zoe Smith hitting behind her, you really, you roll the dice, I guess. You pitch to Delaney. You try not to give her anything that she can turn on. Delaney fouls that one straight back. We have a street light that's flashing behind the East Carter stands, and I thought for just a moment it was a lightning strike. Here comes the 0-1. Delaney has to lay off that one as it missed just outside. Count goes to 1-1 now on the Ashland junior shortstop, who's got a pocket full of offers to play at the next level. Here's the 1-1. That one misses outside for ball 2. Two-one now, the count to Delaney. Here comes the delivery from Nip. And that one hit Delaney on the hand. Are they going to say it hit the bat or the hand? They're going to say it hit Delaney on the wrist, so she's going to be awarded first base, and that brings up Zoe Smith. Zoe Smith, in her last 4 at-bats, has homered twice. Once tonight. Not last 4 at-bats, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about the Bath County game last night. It's because we didn't cover it. So the officials want to have a word. And I think there's some discussion as Coach Calhoun talked to the home plate umpire, and there's some confusion as to whether that ball hit the bat or whether it hit Delaney on the wrist. And any good umpire, when there's a challenge, will look at his fellow umpires for a little help, and that's what they're conferencing about right now. And they're going to bring Delaney. They're going to leave her on? They are going to leave her on.
Now batting, number 20, Zoe Smith.
So it'll be Zoe Smith with a chance to walk this one off against Lake and Nip. The senior on her way to Kentucky Christian University, but I think she would like to extend this game before she leaves. Smith lays off that one. Smith digs back in to see her second pitch from Nip. Smith with a big swing, trying to end the game right there. Count levels at 1 apiece. Rowan County with a win over Boyd in game 1. Smith, deep shot to center, and it's caught, and that will do it for Ashland here in, are we still in the 5th inning? It's late, folks. We'll be right back on MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Hey, we're Jim and Joe's Garage, family owned and operated for 3 generations.
We sell cars,
do bodywork and repair.
We've got a full-service mechanic for when your check engine light comes on.
And we have all kinds of great parts and accessories.
Stop by and see us sometime here at Jim and Joe's.
Allison Felty will step in to try to start a rally for East Carter here in the top of the 6th. As Zoe Smith nearly had a walk-off to end this one as she backed up Abby Boggs all the way to the fence in center field. And Riley Harmon now coming on to replace Addie Lane. And that shift also starts some other shifts in the field as Emma Penson will move from 3rd to 1st, and Addie Lane will take over duties at 3rd base. This pitching change brought to you by Restoration RX. And Riley Harmon, I guess what you want to watch on her is that bandaged pinky finger on her throwing hand. As I mentioned just a few games ago in a game at Ashland Blazer, she took a shot right off of her pinky, then ended up breaking a bone in her pinky finger, which is why she hasn't been hitting for Ashland. And now this will be her first time in the circle since that injury. First pitch hit right back up the middle. It'll be a single. So Felty does what she does best and gets it started for East Carter with a single right up the middle. That'll bring up Shelby Felty, who's also on her way to KCU. So Harmon gives up a first pitch single to Walker. Now working towards Shelby Felty, who hits one towards short. Over to second in time to Wolf. So enough to get the force out at second. So one away. That'll bring up the catcher, Sydney Yates, with one away here in the top of the 6th inning. Shelby Felty, your runner on first. That one hit foul. Ashland's infield playing at double play depth. Here comes the 0-1 from Harmon. That one misses, but barely outside. as Yates steps back in on the left side. Here comes the 1-1 from Harmon. That one bounces in front of the plate for ball 2. Harmon, who had really sort of hit her stride inside the circle before she picked up that injury, and you sort of wondered how she would respond. Of course, that pinky finger still heavily taped up. That went up in the zone for ball 3. Here's the 3-1 from Riley Harmon. Fouled off, count now full to Yates. Sydney Yates, just an 8th grader. A lot of young talent on this East Carter team. They're built for, not only now, but they'll be around and competitive for a long time. Here's the 3-2 from Harmon. Bloop, foul. Everyone back to 1, and we'll do it again. Full count, 1 away. Top 6. Harmon on for Lane to try to close this one out. Another one fought off by Yates. Yates digs in again, 3-2 count. Harmon gets her sign from the Ashland dugout, and here comes the delivery on the full count from Harmon. That changeup just missed, and that'll be 2 aboard now with 1 away. That'll bring up Emily Biddle. After that walk to the catcher, Yates. And Alyssa Adams will come on to run for the catcher, Sydney Yates. Emily Biddle steps in. She struck out twice tonight. This is her first time seeing Riley Harmon. That one misses low. Two aboard for Biddle. Here comes the 1-0. That one fouled off. Count goes to 1-1. Got to say, this East Carter softball press box, one of the best I've seen in the 16th region. Air-conditioned, comfortable couches. That one misses low and in. I might just stay here tonight. If you'll leave me the keys to the concession stand. Here comes the 2-1 from Harmon. That one will drop right in front of Abby Lynch. That'll be enough to get one home as Lynch booted the ball, but it wouldn't have mattered. The run would have scored anyway. So East Carter finally pushes one across. That one was Shelby Felty. So Biddle on board with a single. And Harmon trying to find her groove here in the 6th inning. Peyton Rogers, the third baseman, steps in. She struck out and flew out to Zoe Smith. Rogers hits that one off the handle, foul. So Harmon ahead in the count. Ashland middle infield staying at double play depth. Here's the 0-1 from Harmon. That one misses low. Count goes to 1-1. That foul ball makes the count a ball and 2 strikes to Rogers. We're creeping up on 11 o'clock here in Grayson, Kentucky. Rogers reached for that one to fight it off. Two aboard for East Carter. They've got one across already this inning. Here comes the 1-2 from Harmon. That one misses low. Count goes to 2-2. Harmon, the senior. Popped up. Duckweiler calling everybody off, but she'll make the play, 2 away. So Harmon gets Rogers to pop up to the catcher. And that'll bring up the designated player, Addie Carroll. Carroll was hit by a pitch back in the third. Struck out her next at-bat. Carroll back up the middle, knocked down by Harmon, shuffled over to Delaney. Nope. Wolf couldn't get it out of her glove, so everybody's safe, and that'll load them up for Abby Boggs.
Number 42, the center fielder, Abby Boggs.
I'm not sure the shuffle would have made it over from Wolf anyway in time, as Harmon got a glove on it. It slowed down the ball. So Abby Boggs, the center fielder, on her way to Kentucky Christian as well. Has a chance to extend this inning for East Carter with the bases loaded. Boggs, Delaney, over to third in time. That'll do it. So Ashland minimizes the damage here in the sixth. East gets one back, but it's 9-1 Kittens. We'll be right back after this on MyTown TV.
It's never been easier to replace your kitchen appliances with the ultimate kitchen bundle at Big Sandy Superstore. What's a kitchen bundle? Choose your fridge, choose your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Need a French door fridge? Done. Wall oven and cooktop? You got it. When you bundle, you save hundreds. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here. You gonna put in them rewards? Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Reward. Return, refresh, refuel.
Water, mold, fire, sewage cleanup handled fast by certified pros. When disaster strikes, don't wait. Call Restoration RX606 694 1096 today. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Addie Lane will lead things off for Ashland here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And she will face Lakin Nip again. Lakin Nip has done a pretty darn good job against these kittens since she came on back in the second inning. She has given up 2 runs, but she was already in a 7-0 hole at that point. Now Eddie Lane steps in to lead things off here for Ashland. Lane, who started off in the circle for the Kittens tonight, has bounced over to the third base as Riley Harmon came on in relief. I'm sure the thought there is that Ashland will, if they hold on to win this, will likely need Lane some tomorrow in that championship game against Rowan if they should win this one. Grounder over to third, in time, out number 1. And that'll bring up Paige Harmon, tonight's DP for Ashland. And for Nip, her job is simple. Just retire these kittens and give the top of your order a chance to get something going when they come up in the top of the 7th, because it's do or die time for the Lady Raiders. Here's the 1-0. Harmon looks at a ball inside. 2-0 now the count to the Ashland 8th grader with 8 home runs to her name this season. Make that 9. Harmon deep, gone. Paige Harmon will touch them all as the Kittens get their 10th run on their 4th home run of the night. Paige Harmon with a deep shot here in the 6th inning. And Ashland now once again 1 run away from closing this one out. And that'll bring up Emma Pinson, who's moved from 3rd over to 1st. Pinson has 3 home runs this season. She's had a pretty good night at the plate as well. Pinson has 3 base hits tonight. She scored twice. Pinson hits that one off the handle. You know, and that's been the book on this Ashland Kitten team all season. I mean, they hit the long ball. They're 10th in the state in total home runs on the year with 43. Coming into this one, Pinson lays off a strike inside. She's now behind in the count, 0-2. That 43 actually does not count yesterday's home run. Pinson, deep shot to center. And it's handled by Boggs. Terrific play by Abby Boggs in center field, as she had to catch that one on the move. And Pinson was about 3 feet away from ending this one. Instead, it's just a really long out. And now with 2 away, it's Ashley Ingram who will step in. So by my count, Ashland is up to 48 home runs on the season. Ingram hits that one off the handle. Here comes the 0-1 to Ashley Ingram. Count goes to 1-1. Two away, bottom of the 6th. Ashland with a comfortable 10-1 lead over East Carter. Ingram asks for help down the first baseline. Bill Renzi says no. Count will go to 2 balls and a strike. No matter what happens here tonight, East Carter, if they should lose this matchup, and it looks likely at this point they will, they're in a pretty big hole. They have no reason to hang their heads. They've had a tremendous season, these Lady Raiders. But, hey, they've got one more shot coming up in the 7th if they can retire Ashley Ingram. Ingram looks at ball 4. And that will bring up Addison Wolf, the second baseman. Wolf, who is affectionately known as Lunchbox on this team. Had an RBI single in her last at-bat. That one's popped up. Biddle gives chase. Boggs couldn't handle it. Ingram trying to stretch it, has to put on the brakes. She's in a rundown now and dives back in and is out at third. And she can blame her third base coach for that one when they get home tonight. Of course, the third base coach, her dad, Scott Ingram, also the head coach. We'll be back right after this on MyTown TV.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
When you need insurance, it's nice to know you have a Farm Bureau agent right in your community. Someone who understands your family's needs and lives right down the road. For insurance in Rowan County, call your local agent, Bailey Trent. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At UK St. Clair Medical Center, your health comes first. From advanced treatments to compassionate personal attention, we're here for every step of your journey. Trusted doctors, modern technology, and a tradition of excellence. The care you need, the caring you deserve. Serving Eastern Kentucky since 1963. UK St. Clair Medical Center.
Top of the 7th, it's do or die for the Lady Raiders. They need base runners, and they need them in the worst way possible. But here they are with the top of the order stepping up, Lake and Nip. And the subplot right now, we have rain about 5 to 10 minutes away, and it is registering as a thunderstorm. So Ashland in a race against the rain and also against this East Carter lineup. East Carter hits 400 on the season. That is good enough for 13th overall in KHSAA. They really struggled against Addie Lane early. But Riley Harmon, who's coming off of I won't even say she's coming off of it, she's still sort of nursing that pinky injury on her throwing hand, is limited in the number of pitches that she can throw. That one hit up the middle. Wolf knocks it down over to first in time. One away. Brenly Walker will step up after the 4-3 putout. That one got away from Harmon. If Ashland can close this one out, they'll face off against the reigning champions, Rowan County, tomorrow which would be a rematch from last year. And it'll likely be two gassed pitchers facing off. Maddie Lane and Perkins for Rowan County. Nathan River will be on the call for that championship game tomorrow. And that's if we get the game in, because it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow as well. That one misses inside, gets away from Duckweiler. Count goes to 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Hit towards Wolf. Gets under her glove, and East Carter has a runner on here in the top of the 7th. Now to bring up Allison Felty. Allie Felty with a big bat here, hitting .515 on the season. With a runner on, one away. Facing off against the senior Riley Harmon. Felty just a sophomore. That one hit towards Delaney, knocks it down, over to second. Can't get it in time out of her glove as Felty showed some pace down the first baseline. But now, East Carter down to their last out. As Shelby Felty, the first baseman, will step in to try to extend this game for East Carter. Backs against the wall, the Lady Raiders. Here's Harmon. That one hit towards Smith in left field. She slides, can't make the play. It gets past her. Ingram backing her up, able to track it down, but Shelby Felty ends up on second. As Smith tried to lay out for that one, just couldn't get there.
Number 12, the catcher, Sydney Yates.
And that will bring up the catcher, Sydney Yates, for her second look at Riley Harmon. Runners on second and third for the Lady Raiders. Riley Harmon, one out away from closing this one out for Addie Lane, who is the pitcher of record at this point. Yates looks at ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Hit hard beyond Penson at first. That'll get one home. That'll get two home. So these Lady Raiders aren't done yet.
Now batting, the second baseman, Emily Biddle.
And that will bring up Emily Biddle. Biddle singled in her last at-bat. Liz Adams, the courtesy runner, now on for East Carter. .11:07 now. That one popped up. Wolf under it. This could do it. And there we go. The Ashland Kittens advance to the championship once more as they put away the East Carter Lady Raiders 10-3. We'll be right back to close this one out right after this here on MyTown TV.
Download our app today.
Whoa! Ranger Rodney here.
You gonna put in them rewards?
Rewards? Give me that. Save on gas, get free stuff. There you go, partner. Parks Rewards. Return, refresh, refuel.
I was tired, wasn't getting very good sleep. I was dragging. I think deep down I knew something was wrong. Felt quite a bit of pain in my chest. Next thing you knew, I was doing a heart cath. I absolutely felt better immediately. Right back to work Monday morning with no kind of complications whatsoever. I know a lot about heating and air conditioning, but you guys are the ones that know about hearts.
Inspired heart care at UK King's Daughters.
Your family deserves nothing but the best.
The sky's the limit. Drew and Jonathan's Modular One sofas and sectionals at Big Sandy. They're fully customizable, oh so comfortable, and affordable. Modular One can be designed precisely to your liking, with multiple available pieces to choose from in 7 great colors, starting at $4.99. Pick what you need, combine, adjust, that's it. Your room, your way.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at Big Sandy Superstore.
With Ashland Credit Union's Community Spirit Card Program, every swipe supports what matters most. Our students, our schools, and our community. From morning coffee to Friday night lights, show your spirit everywhere you go.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
We're back to close things out here. It was Ashland over East Carter, 10-3 to punch their ticket onto the championship, the 16th region. That'll be right here tomorrow on MyTown TV. Nathan River will bring you all the action here from Grayson, Kentucky, and we're going to go ahead and get out of here. It's been a late night. Most of you probably tuned out already, but for those of you who joined us, I want to thank you for sticking around for the Restoration RX post-game show. And I want to thank Grant Sutherland and Jeff Moore, my production team, Kelly Porter, who helped out, leaned in tonight to give us some guidance as the hometown expert here at East Carter. And until tomorrow night for the championship, right here on MyTown TV. So long, everybody.
We know your time is valuable. That's why banking should be easy. With personal alerts on our banking app, you can be notified of what's important to you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Pathways has been around for over half a century, providing quality behavioral health care services for 60 years.
Pathways is your certified community behavioral health care clinic. Learn more at pathways-ky.org. Expert care, backed by experience.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Restoration RX tackles water, fire, mold, sewage cleanup. Available 24/7 in the tri-state. Restoration RX. Call 606-694-1096 today. Peace of mind starts here.
Life moves fast and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
our mission is to ensure the health and safety of the community through the provision of essential health services and public health education.
Public health is public wealth.